Hey, I am back with another word, and I pray that this word reaches whoever it is for, and that it blesses you, and that it answers whatever questions that you may have had about this particular thing or situation. So I will say that there are many people out there that don't know the proper way to read the Bible. And I will use this for an example. I remember when I was in high school, that was like 10 plus years ago. And, in school you had the book clubs. You had the super smart, children, and they had a book club. For those that enjoy reading, they had like the really thick chapter books. They used to love reading the really thick chapter books, and they just love reading. It was like a hobby for them. And so I remember this particular guy that was in my class, same grade, everything, and he liked to read. He was like a part of the book club. I don't know, he was super smart. But I remember, him saying that he was going to read the Bible. He was like, I'm going to start from the beginning and read it to the end and see how long that it takes me. And I don't know if I told him, I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to read the Bible like that. I don't know if I told him or if I thought that. But, then, you're young. I was in high school. I didn't really think much of it. And then, later on, as time went by, I heard many other people say the same thing. And I'm not against, reading the Bible from beginning to end, because the Lord may lead you to do that. And then, if you're taking your time studying each book in the Bible as you read from beginning to end, hey, by all means. But I don't think or believe that is the proper way. I just remember also other, children when I was in high school say that the Bible contradicts itself. And it was starting to get into my heart and into my ears, and I'm like, I was a child. I didn't understand everything, but I believed the Bible. I trusted that because that's what I was raised on. So, I will say that a lot of us don't know the real concept of reading the Bible. It's not just a book. You're not supposed to read it from A to Z. We're here to dissect the Bible. Wherever the Lord leads you, or wherever you feel and believe that you need to start, that's where you start. There is no beginning to end. Many of us, treat the Bible just like a regular book. We read it like the guy from my class. He read it from beginning to end, and he set it down to collect dust. He never picked it back up again. And that's not the concept of the Bible. The concept of the Bible is the way of life, directions to guide us in life. The word of God, the Bible is not dead. It is living, and it is active today. And many of us don't know that. Okay. So when it comes down to the Bible, there's whatever it is that you're feeling or going through, like the word said, there's nothing new under the sun. So whatever you're going through, it's in the Bible. There is a book in the Bible for every single thing that you're going through.